Namaskar, welcome to Musiana, the world of music, the world of rhythm. Exclusive instrument, unique sound, and globally accepted and used in whatever manner, with whatever music. A huge range of playing, the arithmetic calculations, the aesthetic beauty, and the clarity, the dexterity, the speed, whatnot. It's an amazing instrument. We were speaking about the strokes in our early classes. I hope you have been following, and as I said, they're all interlinked, and once you miss, it's a bit difficult to find the link where we left. We have started speaking about the single strokes on the right hand drum, tabla, and we spoke about a couple. I think the na, te, te, na na te te, na te te, na te 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 te, and so on with na and te te. One more stroke with the middle finger towards the edge of the CI. It's ti. So it is not te here but ti. Just with the tip of the middle finger at the edge of the CI. So when you play ti, your other finger should be like this. So ti. So when you play na ti, it should be or tati. So your na, again I am telling you, it should not be at the very end of the tabla. So you get a sharp sound. Let me also show that what sound you would get if you by mistake stroke there, like there are a couple of those kind of strokes as well where it is needed, that we will speak later on and why. But usually for na and ta, this is the sound you want. So na ti, na te te. That's the middle finger. Now with the index, thun. Thun is sliding the ring finger a little bit, not lifting up again, sliding from here to there, and stroke with the tip of the index towards the middle and towards the edge of the CI. This should be the positioning of the finger for thun. So now if you play thunna, that should be the sound. You always remember that whatever we are speaking in classes, when we talk about syllables, they should exactly sound the syllable when we speak, exactly the same way, or other way around. If I play like ta ti, then ta ta, thunna, and then you join them all together, it becomes ta ti ta ta thunna, a phrase of 6. It should sound. So you see, it's like A, B, C, D, joining them together to words and making sentence and have a meaning. So that is basically the conversation. When we have something in mind, we come through and try to reflect the emotions through the compositions. So ta, te, te, thun, ti. Okay. Now we go a little bit on the difficult side right in the beginning. This is thun, and on the sur, when we play with the index, there is a similar sounding note rather, which is called tin. This is tin. Now for the tin, your middle finger should be touching the CI but not making any sound, and stroking with the index finger on the sur, again allowing a little bit of about 60-70% of your index finger, and stroking on the sur, then you get this sound, tin. You see the middle finger is touching without making any sound. Now you may ask that what is the need for the middle finger if it doesn't make any sound? It is cutting the rough edge of the index finger stroke. You might get a raw sound if you don't touch the middle finger and play with the index finger. You play the thin, you would get a sound like this. You see, I'm stroking the same place with the same part of the finger. This is the sound I'm getting. The moment you touch, you get a sharper one. So if I now play joint strokes like na, tin, tin, na. Why I said it's a bit difficult? Because the control of tin. You see, the difference between the sur and the kinar is just this much. You use more or less the same part of the finger and get a completely different sound. That is why to get the control of thin is a bit more difficult. So na, tin, tin, na. Na, tin, tin, na. So when you play tin tal in a faster speed, then you should try, if you get that difference between the two, and that difference is, it should be huge at that time. Like na, tin, tin, na, tin, tin, na. And the difference is just this much. Or even in higher speed, like na, tin, tin, na, tin, tin, na, tin, tin, na, tin, tin, na. That difference is always there. This is one of the most important strokes in tin tal, also when you play the theka, and also in various compositions. Now let's speak about a few strokes on the left hand drum. As we spoke about the positions of the hand, where it should be placed, and which fingers are used for strokes, how you stroke, how you get the closed notes and the open notes. Now, ge, ghe. So ghe ghe or ghe ghe. So as I said, the index and the middle and the ring finger together. These are the two strokes, ghe ghe or ghe ghe, depending where you need the accent in a composition. Now if you press from here, you press and you can even get notes like you see, you can get sa re ga ma pa da ni sa, do re mi fa sol la ti do. So actually those kind of controls Or again saying, if you're saying ghe, you need the sustained mode. You can even do ghe. So depending on all those, depending on the compositions, if you need that timing in a compositions, you can really do magic in this instrument. You need to learn perfectly, then you can do it. Now some adjoining strokes, like joint strokes both in tabla and baya, like na and ghe. Just with the ghe and tabla strokes, I'll tell you a couple of more on baya later on. Now na and ghe together, it becomes dha, or ta, na or ta or ghe together becomes dha. So if I say dha te te, or dha dha dha, or dha te te, or dhati dhati dhate te, dhati dhadha thunna. This kind of adjoining strokes, a word of 2, a word of 3, a word of sentence of 4, a sentence of 5, a set of words like in 2, 3, 4, 5, we have strokes in that. We can design it on our own and we can play that. We would talk about the practice of some of the very, very important phrases making this way later on also. Now a couple of more strokes on baya, as I was saying before. Ka, like this, placing the hand flat on the baya. Ka is this. We can do ka or ke. Ke would be a lighter sound. Kat would be a heavier one, and you may have to lift the hand that way and play kat. So kat, kat te 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 te, dhakat dhathunna dhathunna. So it depends, as I said, that unless you speak it out, you don't get the expression properly. So speaking tabla is the most important again. First learn and speak and play, clap, and then you try to play. So ka or ke, then kat. So if I say ghe ghe, would be ghe ghe, or depending on the composition, other way around, like ghe ghe. So ghe ghe te te, ghe ghe te te. We can similarly say for the second half, ke ke te te. Now playing it in the faster manner, you can also do ghe ghe using 2 fingers, like ghe ghe, ghe ghe te te. Similarly, for ka or ke, you can do ke ke, ke ke te te. So when you play ghe ghe te te, ke ke te te. Now when we speak about these phrases, the phrases, when it comes to 4 or 8 or 16, for practicing, I would recommend that you play with a rhythmic cycle so that it registers right then and there. I would tell you how. Say for example, ghe ghe te te and ke ke te te. Ghe ghe te te, ke ke te te, or ke ke te te. Flat the hand, this way, and then play ke ke te te. So ghe ghe te te, ke ke te te. This is together a phrase of 8. So if you play dha, dhin, dhin, dha, dha, dhin, dhin, dha, dha, tin, tin, na, te, te, dhin, dhin, dha, ghe, ghe, te, te, ke, te, te, ghe, ghe, te, te, ke, te, te. Then you double it up. Ghe, ghe, te, te, ke, te, te, ghe, ghe, te, te, ke, te, ghe, ghe, te, te, ke, te, ghe, ghe, te, te, ke, te. Make it 4 times. Ghe, ghe, te, te, ke, te, 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 dha, then, dha. So you know where you are, and this is simple to understand, but 2 things together, making sure you're clapping right and making sure you're telling right, reciting right. Then you start playing and you see how it sounds when it goes with the rhythmic cycle, with the teen tal rhythmic cycle. So I would ask him to play teen tal, and I would play this phrase just to give you an example how it sounds. So dha, din, din, dha, dha, din, din. So now, ghe, ghe, te, te, ke, te, te, ghe, ghe, te, te, ke, te, te, ghe, ghe, te, te, ke, te, ghe, ghe, te, te, ke, te, ghe, ghe, te, te, ke, te, ghe, ke, te, ghe, ghe, te, ke, te, ghe, ghe, te, ke, te. You might as well add a stroke with this, like ghe, ghe, te, te. As I said, you can play ghe, ghe, na, na. That way you have a composition also, which is one of the beginner's composition as well. So ghe, ghe, te, te, ghe, ghe, na, na, and then ke, te, te, ghe, ghe, na, na. So you have a full cycle of 16 that way. Ghe, ghe, te, te, ghe, ghe, na, na, ke, te, ghe, ghe, na, na, ghe, ghe, te, ghe, ghe, na, na, ke, te, ghe, ghe, na, na, ghe, ghe, te, ghe, ghe, na, na, ke, te, ghe, ghe, na. Ghe, ghe, te, ghe, ghe, na, na, ke, ghe, 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 na, na, ghe, ghe, te, ghe, ghe, na, na, ke, ghe, ghe, na, na, ghe, ghe, te, ghe, ghe, na, na, ke, ghe, 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 na, na, ghe, ghe, te, ghe, ghe, na, na, ke, ghe, te, ghe, ghe, na, na, dha. Then. Like that. We will come back and talk about more strokes and compositions and several other aspects of tabla. I hope that it is becoming interesting more and more for you. You are getting our messages and trying to get an idea about what it is like and learning compositions and following our previous episodes. If you have any question, please feel to ask me at shubhankar@musiana.org, and I'll see you in our next episodes again. Thank you very much.